I've got the Xbox One fired up. I re-downloaded Madden 15 in 2022 to rebuild the worst team on the game. And do you hear that? That's the Madden music that I miss. The instrumental. It feels like I'm watching old school NFL films. I'm all in. I'm ready to go. Legion of Boom Seahawks on the field. We see Cam Chancellor at the top. Byron Maxwell far left. Richard Sherman on the far right. And in the middle there, still in the middle, is Earl Thomas. Hook'em Horns. Now a disgraced safety, but was the best safety in the NFL, in my opinion, in the 2010s. That's why he's on the 2010s All-Decade Hall of Fame team. Hopefully will be a Hall of Famer, but yeah, he's got into some crazy stuff post-NFL and even at the end of his NFL career. He's only like 32 or 33 right now, but yeah, it's a long way from how good he was at this time. Also, I will note that I did a video like this very recently. I actually recorded it yesterday. It has not gone live on my channel yet, but it was on Madden 18? Yes, Madden 18, right? During the, and that's the Madden 19 during the 2018 NFL season. So this is the 2014 NFL season for Madden 15. And hopefully that video did well, because this one's coming out either way. I'm recording it now, and I'm going back to New Jersey and New York for a week or so. Middle of June, seeing Yankees Rays, probably seeing Mets Brewers. And I don't think I can play Ultimate Team. But this is back when I played Ultimate Team. Dude, my Ultimate Team was actually probably pretty sick around this time. And let me tell you, if you think franchise is bad now, you don't know how good you had it, okay? I don't know when the last time I played career. Yeah, I remember this. You choose a coach, owner, or player. Not too different from how it is now, but the presentation certainly is. Now, I remember doing fantasy drafts on this game and Madden 25 a ton. I love to do fantasy drafts. Champ Bailey is going to be in here. I got to get Champ Bailey somehow. But that's not the point of this video. Maybe I'll do a fantasy draft in the future on this game just to see how it was. But I'm probably going to just rebuild the worst team, which is what it probably says in the title. Let me make a coach. Actually, you know, we can choose an NFL legend coach. I don't think I've ever done this. And of course, we're going to go with the GOAT, John Madden, RIP, but it's a perfect opportunity to use him. And we can see the overalls. Very different now. Very different. Because every team in the game is not rated the same way as they used to be. Are these vintage? Is my custom roster with legends? Okay. Okay, video's kind of off to an interesting start because I really didn't expect that. I'm just going to use the default connected franchise roster. Because, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. This is going back to 2014, so things have changed, but the setup other than that will be the exact same. Rock and roll with John Madden. And here are some more regular overalls, I would say. Bears are an 82, 83 for the Bengals. Bills are an 81. Is that our current low? The Browns are an 83. Bucks 84. Chargers 81. Colts are an 80. Vontae Davis. First of all, Jamal Charles, 99 overall. Hook'em Horns. But the Colts are our lowest team overall right now. Vontae Davis at a 95. Robert Mathis, Andrew Luck, and Anthony Costanzo. So we'll keep the Colts in mind. But you can see these overalls. They were a lot more frivolous with the overalls back in the day. You can see Nick Foles is an 87. LaShawn McCoy is a 97, although he was one of the league's best running backs for a while. Falcons are also joint lowest at an 80. They have Julio, Matt Bosher, Matt Ryan, and Matt Bryant. How many Matts do you really need on a team? Too many. The 49ers were so good at this time. I need to get some of these players. Joe Staley, Aldon Smith before he threatened to bomb LAX, pretty good player. Patrick Willis, one of my favorites of all time. Navarro Bowman was a beast. The Giants are a 79. Okay, it's not going to be the Giants with DRC, JPP, Victor Cruz, and Antrell Roll. Loved Antrell Roll. Because the Jaguars are a 77. Their highest rated player is Josh Scobie, a kicker. They have Justin Blackman, who was quite good before he got wrapped up in, I think he was an alcoholic. Could be some marijuana as well. The devil's lettuce. And it's the devil getting in your brain. Chris Clemens and Cecil Shorts III. Man, that's a bad team. We got the Jets, but so far it looks like it's going to be the Jaguars. The Lions were good at the time. Look at Ndamukong Suh. Wow. Nick Fairley is a 97. Seems a bit high. Calvin Johnson, of course, 99. Matt Stafford. Got the Packers. Look at how young Aaron Rodgers looks at the time. Clay Matthews. Fat Eddie. Eddie Lacy. Cheeseburger Eddie. Got the Panthers, Patriots. But it looks like it will be the Jaguars at a 77 overall for the lowest overall team in the game. And that's who we're going to rebuild. This is kind of a nostalgic game for me in some ways. I'm super excited to play. Like, it's just been so long. And the cool thing about this game was you actually saw pictures of things. So we do see John Madden, vintage. And this was what kind of made the franchise feel real, feel more authentic. And if we go to draft stories, or maybe not draft stories, but there are draft stories somewhere in here, and you can actually see what the top rookies will look like. I'm not sure if that pops up in the preseason. Look at Colin Kaepernick. Now, I'm so tempted to start a fantasy draft, but that is not what we're doing here. But you can see certain players on the trade block. Nigel Bradham, Vinny Curry. Now, do you remember Shiloh Ko? Forgot about him. Olivier Vernon. This is before he got really good. He got really good and got paid a ton by the Giants. Never really lived up to that contract, but was actually decent for the Giants. Stephen Paya, Dejon Gomes, Billy Wynn. Dude, I remember a lot of these guys, but I do want to show you this news section. Carson Palmer on the Cardinals. I mean, look at this. Look at Eli. Oh my goodness. I saw it load in. I had to go back. Do you guys remember Alfred Morris? You probably do, because he was like a really solid running back for a year or two, and then totally fell off and has not been in the league for quite some time. That looked like Geno Smith. I don't even know who that is. Oh, that's Sam Bradford. I mean, wow, this really is a throwback. I might just be on my nostalgia trip for a little while here. Jaguars hired completely unproven head coach John Madden. Oh yeah, he's only won a Super Bowl as one of the best win-loss records of all time in NFL history, when Jim Harbaugh was the Niners coach. This really was a great era. Blake Bortles is my quarterback. Oh, God. This is when Darrelle Revis ended up on the Patriots. Because remember, he signed that big contract to go with the Bucs, if I recall. Couldn't stay healthy. Ended up on the Patriots. Also, Carson Palmer's head looks so tiny inside that normal-sized helmet. DeMarcus Ware would leave the Cowboys for the Broncos. Aqib Talib, where was he going at this time? He's played on so many different teams. I don't remember where he would have been. He would have been probably going to the Rams at this time, I think. No, he would have been going to Denver. I knew Tampa, New England, Denver was next. That's right. And then the Rams. I knew he was so good in Denver. I don't know why I got my years mixed up there. And then who was the other one? Peppers. Julius Peppers. Yeah, left the Panthers, would end up on the Packers, right? Or was it the Bears first? I think it was the Bears first. Yeah, it was the Bears first, but this is right after he left the Bears to go to the Packers. All right, we're caught up. All right, so there's not really a great way to see the team all at once like there is today, unfortunately. So we'll have to just view the roster and get a good idea of it. We got Blake Bortles, 77 overall, rookie quarterback. The BOAT, best of all time, Blake Bortles. Yeah, he is horrific. But, I mean, the other options are not great. Stephen Morris, Ricky Stanzi, dude. Chad Henne, of course. Running back is the 27-year-old Toby Gerhart, Jordan Todman, Denard Robinson, and Storm Johnson. That's right. I tweeted out a picture of Storm Johnson the other day. I'm like, who would you rather have? And it was Storm Johnson or James Wilder Jr. I'm like, no one's going to remember these guys. Will Taufo. Sorry about that. Sorry, just disrespected like an entire culture of Pacific Islanders. Justin Blackmon was sick. So good at Oklahoma State with Brandon Whedon. He just couldn't stay off the weed. Or was it alcohol? I don't remember. But, yeah, man, he was sick. He was good his rookie year, too. Like, Justin Blackmon is going to end up being a stud for us here. We got Cecil Shorts the third. Young Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson was a third-round pick, I want to say. Maybe a second-round pick, but I think a third-round pick out of Penn State. Wasn't particularly viewed highly. I liked him coming out. I did. Was awesome for the Jaguars, and of course would end up getting paid by the Rams most recently. Ended up on the Bears. Was pretty sick. Marquise Lee. Marquise Lee was so sick at USC for a season and then kind of fell off completely. Ace Sanders, special team goon. Tandon Doss, Mike Brown, Kerry Taylor. Got Mercedes Lewis. He would still play like 10 years after this with the Packers. He played last season with the Packers. Started 17 games at 37 years old. We have Clay Harbor, Brandon Bardnett, and Carson Tinker. I do not remember. Looks like Tinker's probably the long snapper. Luke Jokel, number 2 overall pick in the draft, was bad. Brandon Linder, this is before he got really good. He was one of the best centers in the league. And he actually recently retired, but this is before he was viewed quite highly. Drew Nowak, I don't remember, or Novak. Mike Brewster, I do remember. He was also decent, if I remember correctly. I do remember Luke Bowanko and Patrick Lewis. I want to say Patrick Lewis ends up on the Seahawks, am I right? He actually didn't even make the Jaguars team, was straight to the Seahawks. Straight to Seattle, pretty much. 2014, 2015, ended up on Buffalo. Never even played for the Jaguars, fun fact. Zane Beadles. Dude, he was pretty good. Niners, too. Sam Young, I remember. I thought he was a tackle. I want to say with the Bills. He did play with Buffalo for a few seasons. The most seasons of his career. He actually was on the Raiders in 2020. I didn't realize he had such a long career. Made 28 starts in his career over 10 years. 11 seasons. Kind of wild. Jacques McClendon is a name that sounds familiar. That's all I got for you. Austin Pastor, I remember. I think I did a Jaguars franchise on this game. Might have been one of my first YouTube series, although it was not on this channel. Red Bryant was quite good. Another Seattle guy. Tyson Aluwalu. This is before he got good. He was a top 10 pick and never really lived up to it, but is good now as a nose tackle for the Steelers. At least was good last couple seasons. Gerald Rivers, Ryan Davis. We have Chris Clemens. He's 32 now. Another Seattle guy, right? How many Seattle guys are on this team? Yeah, he had 3 straight 11-sack seasons from 2010 to 2012. And ended up going to the Jaguars. Put up 8 sacks in 2014. Is 32, though. Not going to be a long-term option. Same thing with Jason Babin. Jason Babin, not that he's a one-year wonder, but had one of the biggest one-year wonder type seasons of all time. He did have 12.5 sacks in 2010, but had 18 sacks in 16 games in 2011. Kind of out of nowhere. He's a guy who played from 2004 to 2015, so a long career, but had 18 sacks. Now, for perspective, that was when he was 31 years old, and from his age 24 season as a rookie to 29, he had 17.5 sacks total. And that's never going over 5 sacks in a season. Andre Branch was decent. Derek Marks, I remember. Ziggy Hood, Roy Miller, Jordan Miller, I don't remember. Avery Jones ended up being pretty good. Dakota Watson, John Latulele, Chris Smith, Paul Posluszny, quite good. Leroy Reynolds, Alan Bradford, and Nathan Stupar. We got Geno Hayes, JT Thomas, Telvin Smith before he got good. And then he became, I believe, is a pedophile, so that's no good. We're probably just going to go ahead and release him out into the wild. No thank you. Yep, 2020, he was arrested on charges of unlawful sexual conduct with a minor. That's no good. He pleaded not guilty. But then in 2020 or 2021, he pleaded no contest, which I guess that means yeah, I did it, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's no good. No good. Pretty disgusting. Dwayne Gratz, Alan Ball, Demetrius McCray, Will Blackman, Mike Harris, Aaron Colvin, I remember, Oklahoma. Free safety, Sherrod Martin, and strong safety is going to be Jonathan Cyprian. Also have Winston Guy, Josh Evans, Chris Brzezinski. I mean, I remember a lot of this roster. Brian Anger are slated to pick at number 4 overall in the draft. So let's start making this roster good. It sucks. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is tear down the roster because it's a bad roster. R.I.P. Rob Baronis. Brandon Flowers used to be so good. And so is LaRon McClain. I'm probably going to sign both of them. Get LaRon McClain going on. Greg Jones was a Jacksonville fullback for a while. Ryan Lindell, Jabari Greer, Asante Samuel, Texas legend Jermichael Finley. Welcome to the team. We actually can't get Jermichael Finley yet. We need to clear up some roster space. So I need to get rid of some of the players on my team that will not play any impact. Now, Chris Clemens is where I'm going to start. I'm hoping there's a team with green interest in him, but it's so far looking very bad. I think we only have yellow interest from the Bengals, and that's going to be it. Now, dude, look at Geno Atkins is 26, AJ Green, Leon Hall was quite good, Vontez Burfict before we all knew how dirty of a player he was. Is there any way I can get AJ Green here? See, you don't even get a meter back here. You just get like, no. Or no, we're not doing that. Which is reasonable. Like, I'm not saying it's unreasonable. What about if I gave you Jonathan Cyprien too? Nope. What if you gave me a first round pick? No interest in this trade. Do you have a little bit? Or just straight up no interest? Because I'll give you also Derek Marks. And they're going to accept that. Okay. This is going to be a lot of trial and error because I don't know how these trades are going to work. We got another first round pick, which is nice. I think I'll probably hold on to Luke Jokel because he might end up being pretty good for me. Ooh, Paul Posluszny has green interest from several teams like that. Might I have Levante David? Unwilling to trade him. They're unwilling to trade him right now. What if I keep asking? What if I ask politely? Nope, they don't want to give him up. Yeah, that's fair. The Titans have green interest in Paul Posluszny, Geno Hayes, and the boat. Okay, there might be something here. What about a first-round pick? I'd love to get Jarrell Casey, Michael Ruse, Andy Levitre, Jason McCourty, Bernard Pollard. Wow. Derek Morgan. I mean, we got some interesting players. Akeem Ayers used to be pretty good. What about a first-round pick and Jarrell Casey? They don't want to do that. Once again, I feel you on that. Makes sense to me. What about just Jarrell Casey? They're going to accept that. Okay. Nice interdivisional trade there. We trade the boat. We trade Geno Hayes. We trade Paul Posluszny. We get Jarrell Casey. That's an interesting trade. Now, he's only 24 years old. He's a 97 overall. I felt like that was a pretty good move to make, obviously. Now, I want to find a way to get 3 players. Maybe even 4. I want Champ Bailey. I want Adrian Peterson. I want Patrick Willis. And I want Earl Thomas. Those are the big group for me. Oh, you know also who's going to be here? Rookie Odell. Can I get rookie Odell Beckham Jr.? What would his overall be? He should be maybe high 70s. 73? Dude. That's rude. 69 release? Oh, let me get rookie Odell. I'll give you Marquise Lee. I have no interest in him. Nah, they're going to trade me Odell. It says they have no interest. They only think that. They're stupid. Like, what if I gave you Marquise Lee and Ziggy Hood? Okay. And Alan Ball. Yes! That trade's accepted. All right, we got young Odell on the team now. Rookie Odell. This is before he broke out and became an absolute monster. I might be able to trade Cecil Shorts now. I know we have Allen Robinson. The fact that these two were rated the same overall in their draft class, wild. Considering Odell was a top 15 pick and Allen Robinson was well outside the first round. But yeah, both good players. I mean, but Odell should be rated slightly higher, I believe. All right. Now, R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas, too. Man, what a beast he was. How old is Champ Bailey? He's not on the Broncos anymore. Oh, is he on the Saints? He is. He's 36. Oh, he's... Listen, I knew he would be quite old and bad. I didn't think he would be this bad. I will give you a 7th round pick for Champ Bailey. That's a good offer. I think this was the year where they literally had interest in any corner and receiver. Yeah, we can get Champ Bailey. Just, honestly, just for my own interest of having him on the team. He's not good. Not Chris Harris. I don't know his name even. I'm going to be honest with you. I will give you Harris and Taylor for Champ. Dude, just give me Champ. He's 36. Like, he's not a part of your team. He didn't even make the team, by the way, I don't think. I really don't think he made the team. Dude, just trade me Champ Bailey. Please. I can't imagine why they want to keep him so bad, but now it's like I'm dead set to get him. All right, Jeremy Harris. I wanted to call him Juan. What about Kerry Taylor? It is Kerry Taylor. Okay. Give me Champ Bailey. It's just not going to happen. I can't give up more. Patrick Willis is 29 at this point. Oh, that hurts to see. But I want him anyway. I'm going to try to make it happen. I will give you Roy Miller. How about it? Nope. Okay. They don't want Brandon Flowers. What about Dwayne Gratz? Also no interest. What if I threw in a second round pick? Nope. Okay. And a third round pick. They don't want to do that either. I will also give you a first. Really, a Roy Miller, a first? And a third. Give me Patrick Willis. Damn. Okay. This is going to be difficult. I don't know how close I am. I don't know if there's even a point to be offering. Yeah, I'm going to have to pass on it. So I definitely want to trade Brandon Flowers. It was a strategic move to pick him up. A little sign and trade action. I'm just trying to trade him to a team that's going to be bad. Maybe the Vikings? Because who's their quarterback at the time? That's Adrian Peterson. Matt Castle. Will you give me Adrian Peterson? I might try to work something out. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but Adrian Peterson is my favorite player in football history, arguably in sports history, and I've got him. Brandon Flowers, Jonathan Cyprian for Adrian Peterson. He is 29. He's a running back, and I'm paying him a lot, but I got to have him. If I'm going back to when Adrian Peterson was amazing, I got to have him on the team. Now, would a pick have been more valuable? Maybe. I don't know how bad he's going to regress. I don't know how this game works. All right, Cecil Shorts has plenty of interest from teams. I'm going to try to package him and Red Bryant for a first-round pick. That would be ideal. All right, it's going to be accepted. Man, the trade value in this game is perplexing to say the least. Also, Olivier Vernon's on the trade block. I'll give you a 5th-round pick for him. Like, if they're into that, fine. They declined it. Well, I don't care. Also, yeah, it used to take a long time to simulate. I'm going to be here for a minute. This is 1 week. Also, how did develop players used to work? I kind of remember with XP, and you get XP to spend, and then you can buy what you want them to be better at. Let's do Odell, for example, because he's an overall, it should be cheaper. So you buy individual things to upgrade. Okay. I slightly remember that. You can also auto-progress players. But can you do everybody at once? I might have to set that to auto. But let's simulate to the middle of the season. We are 0-8 at the midseason mark. Less than you'd want, I think. The Bengals are 1-6, though. And do I have Master Trade Negotiator? I think I have it. No, I definitely don't. I thought I did. Look at all these game prep modifiers to get more XP. Leroy Reynolds has 18k XP, though. That feels like a lot. I mean, I'm getting his tackle and block shed up into the mid-80s. That jumps him up a bit. And from there, it really is only upgrading play rec and awareness to make him better, I would say. Now, guys like Odell and Justin Blackmon, I need them to have a bunch of XP to improve their game. Yeah, back here, route running was only 1 stat, mind you. And his awareness is bringing down that overall, but he looks pretty good otherwise. Justin Blackmon, it literally just is awareness. +1 overall didn't even make him better. Now, the Bengals are 1-6. Do I have their first rounder? I don't think so. Let's check. I do. I do have their first rounder. Okay, we're going to be set up. Who has the number 1 overall pick? Jets are 3rd. Vikings have 1-1. But I got Adrian Peterson instead of that pick. And also, it's nice to see all your top stat getters all in one spot. You can see where Adrian Peterson is, like how many yards he has, where he ranks Justin Blackmon, Leroy Reynolds, Alan Bradford. No quarterback on there, but you can see the offensive leaders with their picture all in one spot. Like, this just looks so much nicer. Jason Hatcher has 13 sacks. We're at week 9. Also, look at Joe Hayden and Casey Hayward. Back when you could get interceptions in simulation. That's nice. Let's simulate to the offseason because we are not making the playoffs after an 0-8 start. I'll tell you that. Okay, offseason. Time to re-sign players. I don't think you could do it in the middle of the season in this game. Although maybe you could have. We have no Coach XP at all because we didn't really win any games. Now, did we even win one game? Let's see. Nope. 0-16. The perfect season. Chad Henne, we can see, led our team in passing yards. Although he was not there previously. Had to have been Justin Blackman. Not a great season from Chad Henne. 11 touchdowns to 22 picks. See, I feel like this is a reasonably well-done simulation engine at the time. Adrian Peterson needs more touches, man. Averaging 4.5 yards per carry, only getting 213 touches overall. It's no good. Receiving, Mercedes Lewis had the most catches. I never signed Jermichael Finley. Justin Blackman goes over 1,000 yards. Did have 6 touchdowns. Allen Robinson and Odell were receivers 2 and 3. Defensively, if I could get there, Leroy Reynolds had 145 tackles, 2 for loss. Jarrell Casey had 14 tackles for loss, also 3 sacks, which led the team. We were really bad. And the interceptions, Dwayne Gratz had 3. Demetrius McCray with a couple as well. See, Drew Brees led the league in passing, Shady in rushing, Brandon Marshall in receiving yards. Jason Hatcher had 22 sacks, just half a sack shy of the record at the time. And Joe Hayden and Tim Jennings. You guys remember Tim Jennings with the Bears? He had 8 picks. And re-signed players. Is there anyone I want to bring back? Jarrell Casey. Okay. Maybe Sherrod Martin because he's 30 years old. No. But Jarrell Casey I do want back. These contracts are so crazy compared to what they would be nowadays. I mean, I would give him this contract very comfortably. Will he accept it, though? My agent will get back to you next week. Oh, no. Okay. Texas legend Roy Miller. But, maybe JT Thomas. He's 27. I mean, this is a pretty reasonable contract for him. Really not tying up that much money here. And Mike Brewster's probably the only other guy that I would want. Maybe a 3-year deal. He wants this, basically. I would give him a 2-year deal. That's fine. Give him a little bit more than what he wants. But that's, again, pretty reasonable. But you do have to remember that it was a different time. And the salary cap was a lot lower than what it is today. Which means contracts are a lot lower than what they would be today. But a lot of XP. Like, Leroy Reynolds has nearly 40,000 XP. Do I just go all into play rec and awareness? Like, he's going to end up being pretty good. Because he had so many tackles. Awareness up to 85. Play rec, I'll go up to 85. And check this out. Leroy Reynolds going to go from 0 to hero. 82 overall. Now we got something. Winston Guy has 34,000 XP. Now, coverage is a bit more expensive, so we really can't make him that much better, unfortunately. But he gets a little bit better. My agent will get back to you next week. Julius Thomas back. Now, the agent has not gotten back to me. He's very bad at answering the phone, it seems. Did I re-sign who I needed to re-sign? Maybe. Tyron Smith is here. Dude, I'm about to hand out some money. Are you kidding me? A 24-year-old superstar tackle. Now, there is no superstar development at the time, but 99 overall is pretty good. Now, you remember this free agency. You can see they have certain interests, right? Like, not Rob Bronis, Phil Dawson, Hook 'em Horns, Texas legend. He loves Jacksonville. Why? Anyone's guess. I have no idea. But he loves Jacksonville. So it might be easier to persuade him and Jason Pierre-Paul. Maybe he loves Jacksonville because he went to USF, which is not in Jacksonville. You're right about that, but it's somewhat close. Let me get JPP an offer. And used to do it like this. Oh, check this out. 19.5 over 4. Tell you what, JPP. I'll give you a firecracker of a deal. 20 million. Bonus? I'll give you the bonus you want. Maybe even a bit more, right? Boom. And we should be right there, highest bid. He likes the location. He likes the contract length. He likes the money a little bit. Now, we got to, in order to get players we want, we have to give them the Jacksonville price, which is a lot of money. So that's what we're going to do. I'd love to get Tyron Smith as well. Evan Mathis is still old here. Wes Welker. Cameron Jordan is only 26. You know who would be cool to go after is Brian Arakpo. Texas legend. Jerry Hughes. No one wants Jerry Hughes? Why? Why? DeMarco Murray. Shane Vereen. Giants legend Shane Vereen. Kyle Rudolph when he was only 25. We don't really need tight end right now, though. King Dunlap, remember him? Dude was a beast. Not so much in terms of being good, but he was really tall. Ooh, here's a Jags legend, Uche. Do we give him a contract? I don't know that I want to. Brian Bulaga is only 26 and nobody wants him. I will give you an offer, Brian. Cameron Hayward's only 26. I get how age works, but it is kind of just crazy to see these guys. Seems like Pat Sims would be a great fit for us. I'm kind of out. I want Jerry Hughes. The fact that nobody wants Jerry Hughes, I would like Jerry Hughes. I don't have the salary cap room to make the offer. I can do that, though. Does Jerry Hughes like that? Not even a little bit. But maybe we can steal him. All right, stage 2. Jerry Hughes and the Jaguars have agreed on a deal. So we got Jerry Hughes. Oh, man, big news. Jed Collins to Baltimore. Who is that? Brian Bulaga, welcome to Jacksonville. It's a good start. Also, this is what I was talking about earlier with the draft stories. Like, you can actually see the draft prospect. Pocket passer at Oklahoma, Roger Hester. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those aren't Oklahoma uniforms. I don't remember them being black. I want to say it's like a glitch, the old game. Like, Mylan Lumpkin, also in a black uniform. LSU, to my knowledge, has never worn any black uniform. But, yeah, he's not having a good draft season. Conditioning problems. Miami right end Markeith Conley had a good combine. Showing scouts he's faster than they thought. Okay. Tight end Verley Garrett. That's not a name. Verley had issues reaching for passes thrown high during receiver drills at the combine. Okay, Verley's maybe no good. But it makes him feel a little bit more real. But we got Jerry Hughes on a great deal, by the way. And Brian Bulaga on a great deal. Still in the lead on JPP and Tyron Smith. That's good. I mean, we don't really need Tyron Smith as much now. But we could move Luke Jokel. We could trade Luke Jokel. These are options. Scouting. This is how it used to work. You used to get scouting points, and you would actually see the auto-generated like picture of the guy. Now, I think in this game, in Madden 25, they're predetermined classes. Like multiple people could see Abdoulaye Azur in the same draft class, Linval Paul, Trevani Cobb, Twan. He literally just looks like Dez Bryant. Like, that's Dez Bryant. Like, that's just who that is. But do we pair up the Oklahoma State receivers? Oh, this is not Dez Bryant. I got to remember, this is not who Dez Bryant is. This is Twan Armstead. He's a halfback. I don't know why in my head I'm like, oh, that's just Dez Bryant. That's who we're getting. A Texas corner? No, we kneel. But you would go in with your points. Everything would cost something. And for points, you could get exact grades on how good they are. Now, he looks awesome. But is this good? See, you would get the grade, and if you wanted more information, that's when you would use more points, and it would cost a ton to get the exact one. Oh, there is development in this, but I honestly don't remember most of this. Was Roger Hester bad? C-speed. We know he's a pocket passer, but I think in this game it's like you wanted the A grades. I think that was what was really good. Like 85 man, 87 zone obviously looks amazing now, but it was pretty different at the time. A throw power. Ugh. He looks okay, maybe. A lot of first-round quarterbacks here. Speed doesn't really matter so much. See, he's looking decent, right? I only have 2 points left. Okay, so the Buccaneers have now surpassed me for the highest offer. So have the Cardinals. But I mean, Tyron Smith is a game changer. I'd like both of them. So where do we free up cap space to make this happen? I need to free up cap space. Now, can I even see anything like that? I can. Salaries. Now, it's not going to tell me savings or anything, but it will tell me the cap hit. Adrian Peterson. Mercedes Lewis will have no trade value. I'll try to trade him Zane Beatles. Ugh. Okay, wow, that's a trade. Zane Beatles, Will Blackman, and a third gets me a first-round pick from the Jets. That's a top 5 pick. I'm going to have a lot of picks. Listen, realism is out the window. I have the 0-16 Jaguars. I traded for Adrian Peterson. Stuff is happening, okay? That's all you need to know. Lamar Woodley is headed to the Raiders. This menu is so laggy. Okay, I have now passed the Cardinals and the Bucks for the highest bid. That doesn't mean they're going to accept, but I hope it does. That sure would be nice. We got Louis Armstrong over here. Let me tell you, I considered doing a Louis Armstrong impression just there, and then I thought about it, and I go, why would I do that? So imagine me doing one, and that's what it sounds like, maybe. If you don't know Louis Armstrong, grow up. Okay, so there's good news and bad news. JPP has accepted, whereas Tyron Smith has ended up going to Tampa Bay. Now, I wanted him pretty badly, but JPP's good too. Michael Orr, this isn't the blind side. I'll pass. Patrick Brandon with A-man coverage. I'm at least somewhat intrigued. Free agency recap. It didn't go horribly for us. Brandon Spikes is still here. Jimmy Smith is still here. These would be good players to have. Joe Mays. He looks familiar. I don't know if I remember him. Charles Woodson's only 38. That could be a good fit. Hey, there's Champ Bailey. Dude, this is the guy the Saints wouldn't give up. Did it work out for you guys? Did you win a Super Bowl? I don't know. I don't remember checking. Hey, Texas legend Corey Redding. Phil Taylor wouldn't be the worst fit. Okay, NFL draft time. We pick at number 1. We pick at number 5. I don't have any idea who to take is the problem. I know I want one or both of the corners. Now, the quarterbacks, I did not scout well enough. Now, did I have auto scouting turned on? Is that even a thing at this time? I don't know. It's not even an option. So everyone's saying, pretty obvious, Louis Strong is going to be the first overall pick. That's not true, actually. I will not be taking him. The question is, well, okay, I want to pull up these guys, but turns out you can't. I just kind of have to remember. Tell you what, I am going to try and trade this pick. We pick at number 5. We could, I don't know, do something there. I don't know. I didn't really look at a lot of these guys. I don't really know anything about them. This is Madden. What's the one we're on now? 22? Like Deron Hampton. I can't see his 40 time. Like, I can't see anything. What do I know about him? His high motor trade is 1. I don't... Does he have it? I don't know. Now, the question also is, how valuable is this number 1 overall pick? Might I have some Patrick Willis, please? Number 1 overall pick. I also pick at 5, 7, 24. What if I gave you the number 1 overall pick and you gave me Patrick Willis and also your first round pick? How nice would that be? They don't want to do that. So disagreeable, man. It's frustrating. What about a 4 and a 5? Okay, still no. What about a 2 and a 4? They don't want to do that. What about another first rounder and a 4th rounder? That sounds nice, right? Nope. You know what they say, nothing more valuable than a linebacker. Now, would they even do Patrick Willis for number 1 overall straight up? Would I do that? I mean, let me start at 24 and work my way down. Because I think I would do that just because it's the known quantity of a 99 overall middle linebacker. It doesn't seem like they're at all interested in doing this. Interesting. Does the number 1 overall pick have no value? I know I didn't try that straight up. Okay, big trade. I'm trading Ace Sanders, Demetrius McRae. You have to package players. And number 24 overall for Earl Thomas. Hook 'em horns. That is my big trade so far, I would say. He's 26 years old. He's a 99 overall free safety. Very good. Now, where do we see development? Is that a thing? Is it a rating? I don't know where to find this. He has 88 personality. I don't know what to do with that. All right, well, we traded for an established player. We still have the number 1 overall pick. Do I just take a shot at a quarterback? I would say Mark Dupree looks like he could be the best in terms of what we know about him. He's got A, throw power, B, everything else, C, speed. Okay, let me get Patrick Willis. That's where I am now. Just give me Patrick Willis. I will give you the number 1 overall pick, and you're going to decline it probably. Dumb. It's a dumb move. I'll be honest. It's not smart. If I give you Aaron Colvin, now they're going to be like, oh, that's sick. Yeah. I knew it, dude. How stupid is that? Oh, Aaron Colvin. God, dude. Now we're in. All right, number 1 overall pick and Aaron Colvin. So that's how we're going to have to make trades. Let me go sign every corner and receiver in the league in free agency, and that's how I can move up and make a trade. There goes Louis Strong. The Vikings take Mark Dupree. There goes Abdullah Azor. Also, you hear the audio? Like, it's the facts about the players that also makes it feel more real. Giants go Roger Hester. All right, so quarterbacks are flying off the board right now. We're getting some offers. We don't know where these are in the draft. We have to use our imagination. But some of these teams are offering multiple first-round picks, like the Seahawks this year and next year. And the Seahawks pick at number... Yo, I swear to God, shut your mouth, Schefter. I'm talking! So I didn't really expect quarterbacks to just fly off the board like that. They caught me by surprise. But I only have 2 more picks. And am I just going to take a shot at a QB? Yeah, Ron Gilbert. Man, that doesn't really give me confidence with that name. Just, you know, what, he's 5'11", 220. Strong arm. It's an interesting build. Jeffrey Stevenson. Griffin Carroll. That just looks like Tim Tebow. I honestly think it's like 2 players' faces merged into one. Like, that's Tim Tebow combined with somebody for sure. Rockford Peterson is his name? Good Lord. Like, both Patrick Brandon and Nawi Neal look very familiar, but I can't put my finger on it because I'm pretty sure it's like, it's 2 faces merged into one. So I can't quite figure out who it looks like. But they look very familiar. This one, too. I think he's a linebacker. Avante Barber, like the faces, they look so familiar, but I just can't quite figure out who they are. I said the Des Bryant one. Who is this? This is oh man, I don't know. It looks like the outside shape maybe Joe Hayden, inside I'm not sure. Also, it's like it's been a while since a lot of these guys were in the league. Oh, this is another one that looks so familiar. Maybe a running back. This is another one too. I just can't quite put my finger on it. It's like, it's kind of frustrating in a way. Oh, this is another one. Very, very familiar face. It's going to be everybody, right? Because this is the way they did it back then. Who is that? Can't quite figure it out. The only one I'm super confident on is that's definitely half Tim Tebow. That's definitely half Des Bryant. Another really familiar one. The good thing about this is I think a lot of you guys are going to know in the comments. which is cool. There are enough of you watching that someone's going to recognize some of these guys. I wanted to say Brandon LaFell, man, but like I can definitely see a younger Brandon LaFell before he grew out the beard on this. It definitely looks similar enough. Not positive, but I think that definitely could be. But let's figure out who we're drafting here. I'm not going to go with a running back, of course. Deron Hampton. See, I don't know about any of these guys is the problem. I only really know about the corners. So let's just take what we know. Let's go Nagui Neal here. Nagui Neal.
So they've just picked up Neal. What's the latest?
They don't even say his first. They don't know.
There isn't much to say other than this kid was
Let's
born
listen.
to run. He's
Born
the
to run.
image of his father, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Father was a nationally ranked sprinter.
Recruited by every major
I'm hearing good things.
However, unlike his dad,
There goes
he
Ken
chose
Burrell
to pursue
Lane.
a career in football, and so far that decision
It's a
is
decent
paying
story
off.
they got
He may
going
not
on.
be
I'm
built
talking
like
over
fast,
all of it.
but he has the speed and quickness
And
cause fits for the opposing team.
I
He's
think
the type of player you like to see out in the
D
open
play
field.
rec isn't
He
great,
can make
but
moves
A
right
man
off the
coverage I
bat.
do like quite a bit.
Coaches are gonna
And this
love
could
having
totally
him
solidify our cornerback group.
disposal.
Jaguars
Going Patrick
fan
Brandon.
Adam, give us the lowdown on Brandon.
There isn't
Let's
much more
listen to
be
all of
said
it here.
about him that hasn't been said already. After a somewhat quiet collegiate career, his stock jumped into the stratosphere after a family video leaked of him playing a memory game with his sisters. In the video, he demonstrates what is known as the Edict memory, more commonly known as a photographic memory. After seeing pictures of offensive schemes for less than a second, he was instantly able to recall each. After seeing the video, Deion Sanders visited him to break down tape, and after the session, Prime Time called him, quote-unquote, the smartest football player he's met. It should come as no surprise that he was a 4.0 student and a Rhodes Scholarship finalist. This coaching staff cannot wait to get him into the film room to start devouring tape. He has the mental aspects
How
of a
long
great
is
defensive
this?
back, but if he can develop the physical aspects required to become elite remains to be seen.
All right, so it sounds like he has potentially like physical deficiencies, but is the smartest dude of all time.
The Patriots have made their selection.
So-
And it's Conley.
We've seen a trend in the past.
I don't know how many more of these I can listen to, but it is very cool, right? Just I'm trying to record a video. Do I go with the quarterback? Do I take a shot on Jeffrey Stevenson here? I don't think we know anything about him. All right, Jeffrey Stevenson at a LSU, second round pick.
Are now on the clock.
Let's go with him. No story on him? That feels like bad news. That feels not good. Okay, what do we need here? D-line is fairly good. Could potentially go with the defensive tackle. Again, I don't really know about any of these guys, so it's literally just getting lucky. We'll go with the Shaman. Shaman Tillman out of Nevada. Welcome to the team. And then all the people from Nevada go, it's Nevada. And I go, I don't care. This is a center, dude. Bram Sam out of Delaware. That's a gem. Dude's name is Bram Sam. All right, that's my draft. All right, very interesting first season. Rookie signings. Where are we on this? So, Neal is only 20. Brandon's 21. Jeffrey Stevenson is 24. I didn't know about any of these guys. We got some older players. Now, the overall, we got two 80s. I think that's okay. The quarterback at 73 I don't love, but 280 overall DBs. Nagui Neal. Can we see how good you are? It's just not in a good position to see it. I'll look at them individually. The quarterback is not going to be a guy we can work with, probably. Oh, this is the only opportunity to change a player's position for the upcoming season. I somewhat like that. Oh, yeah, we have Patrick Willis now and Earl Thomas. Okay. Things are coming along. Things are coming together. So let's look at our corners. Both 80 overall. Both very young. Nagui Neal in particular. 85 man, 87 zone. 89 man, 87 zone for Patrick Brandon. Play rec isn't the best on I mean, both of them really. Press on Neal's pretty good. Let's see. It's going to end up being speed, right? Where Neal's going to be... He only has 92. I thought that'd be a bit better. 89 for Patrick Brandon. It's not that much lower. Also, 80 strength. 90 excel for Neal. 96 for Brandon. Okay. We can't see their development. Which... Is it, like, supposed to be hidden? And this is where you could go in and change their number and stuff. It's nice that you can't change their height. It's nice to have some things locked in. Can't change age like that. But I know we want to be set up for the 4-3. That's going to be our best defense for sure. Luke Jokel actually got worse. Is that a thing in this game? Man, my offensive line is actually so bad. It's so bad. I really needed Tyron Smith. Jeffrey Stevenson, like, isn't even young. He's got 93 throw power, 75 short, 75 medium, 73 deep accuracy, 77 throw on the run. Oh, he doesn't seem good. The rookie Andrew Simmons is a 77 overall. I want to see some of these other rookies, though. Oh, look at Johnny Football, 84 overall. Okay. Roger Hester's a 78. Case Keenum is slated to start on the Giants right now. What are we doing? Only 89 throw power, but he looks decent, at least. And is 22. Maybe I'll trade for him. I probably can. Griffin Carroll is an 80 overall. He looks decent. Mark Dupree is an 80 overall. I didn't really expect the QBs to fly off the board, though. I will say that. So I would say things are starting to look better. We have acquired Patrick Willis, Earl Thomas, Jarrell Casey over the last season, Adrian Peterson, Jerry Hughes. Justin Blackman's getting better. We brought in JPP. And in the draft, our biggest acquisitions, Nagui Neal and Patrick Brandon. And we'll have to see what quarterback Jeffrey Stevenson has in store. Something tells me he's going to be bad. But hopefully that's not the case. He will start for me. I can only end in pain. And we'll see how this season goes. Okay, so Kalichio Semley's only a 68 overall. Why is that? Is this back when scheme fits totally determined overall? Where one guy could be a 68 on one team and an 80 on another? Is that how that works? Nope, I don't think so. All right, let me sign Richie Incognito, the bully. Do I need a center? Man, as tempting as Lemuel Jean-Pierre is, I might pass. And we'll also bring in Dan Connolly. He had an incredible kick return. That sounds like I made a mistake. Nope, look it up. But I also see Brandon Spikes here and Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith would just be good to have. 3 good corners now. And Brandon Spikes is at least good trade bait. So we have an 89 overall defense now. I like that. Now, what I might do is simulate week by week. Which, oh no, there are no quarterbacks now. Now the entire class is defensive players that I don't need. Top guy is Wade Crisp. I got to trade for a quarterback. I mean, that much is clear to me. Hold on, he looks okay. D-awareness, well, don't love that. So I see our logo on the far right of the screen. You'll notice it is not in first place or second or third. Not great. But on the bright side, we're having a good time. That's all we got. That's all we got. All right, we are 2-5. So I wouldn't even say that we doubled our win total from the previous year because we had 0. So it doesn't even equate in math. We just have 2 more. I guess in that sense, it does make sense. However, our offense is still struggling, I would assume, because our quarterback is incompetent. Number 1 overall player in this class. In fact, the top 2 unscouted are tight ends, and they are the top available. All right, well, that'll be the day. That'll be the day where the top 5 players are 2 tight ends, a linebacker, although he might be a rush linebacker, 6'4", 253, a center, and a receiver. Although, from Texas, okay, I'm interested. All right, let me just see the overall in this QB. He's a B overall. Is that even good? I don't know what a B equates to. Like, obviously you'd think in the 80s, but is that what it would be for a draft prospect? We finished 5-11. It is a big time improvement, but in a fairly bad AFC South, this division was ready to be claimed, and we did not claim it. We would have the, I mean, you can usually see, is that Aaron Rodgers? Okay. You can usually see when you actually have the games, it'll show you your offense and defensive rankings. Instead, Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson could be really fun to get, but in divisional or in division, like whatever though, it doesn't really matter. Seahawks went 16-0. That's pretty good. Good for them, I guess. Where are we in this for offense? Let's look at points per game. So we'll start from the bottom. Okay, so about the worst team in the league offensively. I think that stems with the quarterbacks. And defensively, we were around top 10. So not horrible. In terms of yards, we were about middle of the pack, I would say. Those Seahawks, man, they're pretty tough. So Aaron Rodgers won MVP despite Tom Brady leading the league in passing yards. That sounds familiar. Marshawn Lynch, first in rushing yards. Andre Johnson in receiving yards. And then defensively, wow. The leaders only had 11 sacks. Michael Johnson with the Bengals. Cameron Wake with the Dolphins. And Cliff Averill probably with the Seahawks at this time. Winston Guy keeps having so much XP every year, but it costs so much to upgrade zone coverage that he barely even improves year to year. Now, our draft pick, Nagui Neal, what a name. Man, hit power is never going up. He's steadily improving. I think after this upgrade, or this set of upgrades, he likely could be near an 85 overall. In fact, he's exactly at an 85 overall. Okay, so $48 million roughly in cap room to re-sign players here, wherever we are. Is Justin Blackmon a free agent? I guess he must. Surely everyone here is not a free agent. I guess they must be. A lot of guys not interested. They're like, hey, I would like $2 million over 3 years. And I'm like, how about I'll give you that? And they go, no. I don't know what you want me to do with that information. I'm giving you, like, check out Alan Bradford here. This is more than what he wants. I give him that, and he'll be like, no, I don't want it. Now, he actually may have wanted it, but, like, what are you doing? Also, Leroy Reynolds is somebody I want to keep around, but he's not interested at the moment. So, I'm in between franchise tagging him or just letting him go to free agency and trying to get him back there. I think I'm just going to see what free agency has to offer. But we got everybody back who left that list. But other than that, we'll see what happens. So the offense needs to improve big time. That's the biggest problem at the moment. Is this DeBrickashaw Ferguson down here? Sure is. Alfred Morris wants to come down to Jacksonville. I'm going to say no. Alshon Jeffrey would be a decent pickup. He was on our team last year. Brandon Spikes. Sean Smith is here. John Sullivan. The offense needs to get a whole lot better and quickly, but I like the receivers. I think they're developing nicely enough. It's really the offensive line that is just horrific. Receiver, I mean, I could use an upgrade. It's like we have Odell, we have Allen Robinson, but they're not great yet. Jeffrey Stevenson is getting worse. That's no good. Brian Bulaga looks good. Jokel's fine. I need to revamp the entire interior of the offensive line. Troy Polamalu's here. James Ahedebo, Antoine Bethea. I thought I was going to say Jabril Wilson until I saw the face. George Wilson, I don't think I remember. Young Harrison Smith could play strong safety for us. Texas legend, Terrell Brown. Also see A. Crow, Antonio Cromartie. But we brought Jimmy Smith back, so I wouldn't say that's the biggest need. Alfonso Denard, cousin of Darquez Dennard. I want to say they pronounce their last names differently. Oh, yeah, I need a linebacker. Zach Brown. Oh, I remember Paul Warlow. Demario Davis before he got really good. DeQuell Jackson is just super old. Chandler Jones is only 26 here, of course. Willie Young. He never ended up being that great. I don't think I need Kyle Williams, but he is an excellent scheme fit and on a one-year deal. That could work out pretty well for me. Can't quite afford that. We can afford that, though. We might have to end up taking some of these contracts back, but I'm going after a lot of players trying to improve this team. Okung, Sullivan, and Kyle Long. Like, Russell Okung would be nice. John Sullivan is like a Band-Aid. Kyle Williams is a one-year deal. Harrison Smith would be a good starter at strong safety. Zach Brown would be a good starter at outside linebacker. So I'm comfortable with where we are with that. We got Kyle Williams. It's not expensive. It's not a big deal, so it's not really going to eat up into a lot of our cap or anything like that. But I noticed that no one else accepted it, which is slightly concerning, to say the least. It really is. D-tackle now is looking pretty great. I like left and right end. That's pretty good. Patrick Brandon got worse. I don't get how this works at all. Why would he get worse? Is his play rec down even? I will say though, even though it's not nice to me right now, it is kind of nice that certain players can get worse. Because like sometimes it happens. There is variation in overall year to year for the same guy. He still might be good, but maybe he wasn't as good as his prime season. Maybe he's a little bit better. I need a quarterback too. But there aren't really any I can get in free agency. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get one via trade. So we still are the highest bidding team on a lot of these different players. But if we sign everybody, we're really not going to be able to afford a big-time quarterback. So I'm kind of in a weird spot, I would say. Got a lot of scouting points, though. Okay, so free agency went pretty well, I would say. We got Zach Brown, 6 years, about $40 million in total. Harrison Smith rejected. We did get John Sullivan. We got Russell Okung. We got Kyle Long. And the reason I know that the Okung signing was really good is because in the news section, the only one questioning it was Skip Bayless. So that's how you know he probably made a pretty good move if that guy didn't like it. Now we can find out Wade Crisp's overall. It is going to be worth 1,000 to me. He's an 80. I think that's worth drafting probably. But the question becomes, how early is he going to go in the draft? I don't have 500 points. All right, he sucks. So Luke Jokel, I'm going to move inside to left guard. Hopefully he doesn't suck at left guard. That's kind of my big thing there. He's a 78. That really isn't horrible. It's a big upgrade over Brandon Linder. Okung is a 92 overall at left tackle, so absolutely have to keep him. The receiver room could be better, but it really is all about getting that quarterback. I'm going to try and trade Jeffrey Stevenson because he's just so bad. NFL draft time. Now the question becomes, do I have to trade up for the player I want? And I hope the answer is no, but it is a quarterback. He could go a lot earlier than I initially would have expected. He's supposed to go at number 14, or at least 14 on the draft board. I pick at number 6. If he's not there, we are going to be in rough shape. But I don't really think it's going to be easy to trade up. I mean, a tight end goes number 1 overall. Davion Frazier, Jamar McKay, BJ Sellers, another tight end. And the Giants go with Holmes Okuyemi. Holmes Okuyemi. We will take the quarterback and hopefully cut off Adam Schefter with good news. Wade Crisp, welcome to Jacksonville. He's got nothing to say. Sil Ali. All right, we're going to take our second pick here. Therese Parks is still on the board. Was supposed to go inside the top 5. Is just sitting here. You know, a few players are like that. Now, I don't know if this guy's going to be any good, but the fact that he's just even available, I want to take a chance on him. Let's go with Therese Parks out of Ohio State. Could use a backup running back as well. With this guy, I kind of feel like, why not? 5'9", 225 Alabama running back. Sure, I need a backup anyway. Hey, rookie signings. We know the overall of the first pick. He's an 80 overall, or our first pick, I should say. He's an 80. The question will be about these other guys that were supposed to go in round 1, that sat on the board a little bit. The question's going to be, how good are these players? The answer is, oh, they fell for a reason. So you see an 80 overall, it's a fullback. 73 overall running back. That's a fine backup. Therese Parks sucks. 65. Rakeem Jefferson sucks. The rest of the draft class is not good. But our first pick, Wade Crisp, could lead us to the promised land. He has 8 confidence. That feels low. That feels low, but he's consistently not confident. So there's that. Let's see his passing attributes. Do we have to actually go? Can we see it in here? Probably should be able to, right? 75 speed. The running back has 87. Feels a bit slow, but he's really durable. He's got good stamina. Deep accuracy is an 81, medium 79. Throw accuracy in general is an 85. Short is an 85. On the run is a 78, and then throw power is a 91. That feels good. So Wade Crisp, hopefully that's our guy of the future. We do have another running back. Toby Gerhardt's not going to be here forever. Now, do we need another star receiver? Is that maybe part of the issue? I could try and make that happen, I guess. Zach Brown, a right outside linebacker, is a big upgrade over JT Thomas. Corners look good. Nagui Neal is developing. Patrick Brandon kind of looking like a bit of a miss right now. We have Earl Thomas and, of course, still Winston Guy in the back end somehow. Although, like, Patrick Brandon really shouldn't be bad. Not really sure why he's not developing like a beast. Interesting players at the trade block. Here's where I am on this. Offense rank 16, defense 17. That's not terrible. I think we could still upgrade strong safety. I do. Texas legend Aaron Williams. Who remembers some of these guys? Dante Hittner in a world where Mark Barron becomes really good as a safety. Dayon Buchanan would have been a rookie, right? Who is the Marshals? Who relocated here? Is this the Rams? It is. Look at Aaron Donald. He would have been a rookie in 2014 as well, so he would have been a rookie. He's still developing very nicely. It's like they knew somehow. Dude, Tyrann Mathieu. Developing really nicely. Again, it's almost like they knew somehow. I tried to make some trades. Couldn't really get anything going. I would say it's tough to trade on this game. Some of these guys would be upgrades at positions, but it would be very short-term upgrades. Now, Marvin Jones Jr., for example, I think I would like to sign. Is on the Jags in real life. Fun fact. You guys probably knew that, but he's not exactly a huge name. He is an upgrade right now. Gives us a good secondary option at receiver. Allen Robinson and Odell, like, I want to bring them along, but we just need to do a little bit better than that. I know I traded Cecil Shorts III not too long ago. Okay, week 9. We are 5-3 currently, near the top of the AFC South, in contention to win it. Adrian Peterson, 4th in the NFL in rushing yards. Warren Crisp, is it Warren? 7th in the NFL in passing yards. So we like to see some of that stuff for sure. Wade, something white. I knew it. Now, I want to use my coach upgrades, but I want increased experience, and we still cannot afford that. How long does it take to get to some of these? Seems like it takes a long time. Now, we could do it on a per position basis, but I feel like knocking everything out at once is probably not the worst idea. Okay, we got some XP for some of these players, especially the guys I signed in free agency. Who's this? 22K. 95 speed. I wouldn't have guessed, honestly. He's got some interesting attributes. There's potential here, but why is he playing? Wade Crisp with about 14K XP. Doesn't take that much to upgrade here. I might start out with awareness, get that up to 75, and definitely get into the 80s on some of these. He goes up to an 86. Wade Crisp was absolutely the move. Nagui Neal. I'd like to upgrade a lot more than we can. Do 80 play rec. But the coverages are so expensive. And you know what? They probably should be, but, you know, it's tough. Go all into awareness for Bulaga. Damn, Kyle Williams has 95 power moves. Why is his overall not higher? Just because he's not a great athlete at this point in his career? Is that literally it? I'm cool with that, though. That's all right, as long as he gets the job done. What do we even need to scout at this point? Defensive tackle name Tank sounds pretty good. I think, I mean, could always use corner, right? But I think receiver is probably going to be where I lean. Could be a couple good ones. Okay, Brian Hicks is looking decent. Okay, he's a jump ball guy. All right, well, he's interesting. The C route running I don't love, but definitely not a bad player. Someone I'm interested in. Accidentally found out that he has 87 catching traffic. I say accidentally because I didn't want to reveal the full rating. Costs too much to make that happen. Now, We could use a safety. We really could. Of course, free safety's fine, but we could always move the guy over. Interesting that B for man coverage is higher than his zone coverage at safety. But not horrible. Okay, we'll simulate to the playoffs. Feeling pretty good. Even if we don't win the division, which I think we could, even if we don't win the division, I think we're going to sneak into the wild card comfortably. And I just saw us jump into the top right. That means we're in first place now. What week is it? Week 14? Okay. And we won the division. 11-5. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. All it took was the addition of a very good young quarterback. 96 passer rating, not terrible. 23 touchdowns to 15 picks is a ratio that could be improved. Over 4,000 passing yards, though. Rushing, Adrian Peterson over 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, averaging 4.5 per carry. Justin Blackmon over 1,000 yards with 6 TDs. Marvin Jones nearly at 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Allen Robinson had a great season, but no touchdowns. Mercedes Lewis was productive. Odell played basically no role, unfortunately, on the team. Like, Toby Gerhart was more of a receiving threat, but that's just, you know, being a little bit buried on the depth chart, I fear. Patrick Willis, very good season. 137 tackles, 4 for loss, 2 sacks, 2 picks. Jason Pierre-Paul led our team with sacks with 9. Jerry Hughes with 5. Don't really get a ton of sacks in simulation. Earl Thomas, 4 picks, 3 for Jimmy Smith, and Nagui Neal, 2 for Patrick Willis. Now, I wasn't pronouncing the G at first, but now I am. I'm not really being consistent with his pronunciation, and I'll tell you why. I've never seen that collection of letters in a row before. I don't know how to say it. All right, let's go ahead and progress players first. So we are up to a 92 overall offense, 95 defense, of course. That gets upgraded for some of these guys every 4 weeks. But Wade Crisp is about to look really, really good. We're going to go over 80 awareness. I just want to get that accuracy into the 90s for everything, and I think we can do that. Very close to being able to do that. We actually could if we do that. And he goes to a 93 overall as a rookie quarterback. I'm in. So where is 18k XP coming from for Odell? Like, he barely even played, unfortunately. Like, I wish it was more, but I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. He's 4th on the depth chart. He's currently not better than Allen Robinson, so I don't really know how I'm supposed to play him. Did Earl Thomas have 99 zone coverage and it's going down? I don't know. We can get play rec into the 90s, and awareness very close. All right, wild card playoff. I know I never go into the wild card games, but it has been a long time since I've played Madden 15. We're 91 overall to their 85. I like the presentation on this. I feel like this looks really good compared to what we have now. It's just kind of, maybe just because it's moving. Is that it? And I'm not sure if it's frozen or not. I think it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Nice. Silver lining on the freeze. I can spend my coach XP. We have 12,000 XP for head coach John Madden. And I can finally afford to buy increased player weekly goal XP. Yes to yes. Here we go. And then I can also do player progression for individual positions as well. I've always been able to. I just haven't. But I'm going to pass on that for right now. Hey, here we go. Now we're going to be able to play. We're showing stats from Ryan Griffin. Why? I feel like it doesn't look that bad. Well, okay, well, I may have spoke too soon as we cut to Phil Simms and Jim Nantz. Phil Simms looks like he's melting. And Jim Nantz also looks like he's melting. Buffalo and Denver in the AFC here in the wild card round. But this doesn't look horrible for the time. Remember, this is like, what, 8 years ago? Not 8, surely. This was what, 2014? That's 8 years. Wow. All right. Odell's our return man. That's where that XP came from. Number 88. Cool. Odell back to return. Do I like this camera angle? I don't think so. I don't know if I like that. Oh my god, and it's Griffin Carroll for the Texans, the Tim Tebow lookalike. What is this angle? There we go. That's a little bit more normal. Let's get Adrian Peterson to touch right away. Up the middle. Power! We're going to go Adrian Peterson, rip it off 13 to start. Let's see what Crisp can do. I don't love my options. Escaping out. Not much has changed. Finding. Is that Justin Blackman? I believe so. We'll take that. Get it back to Adrian Peterson. He should be a cheat code. I feel like running used to be really, really strong in this game. Or maybe it's 25. 25, you could just lower your shoulder with Adrian Peterson and just truck through everybody. Not sure that's the case here. Yeah, it's not, unfortunately. That's a quick whistle, by the way. I also am not sure how it's 4th down. Justin Blackman completion for a 1st down, back-to-back runs. Are they going to call that Justin Blackman catch incomplete? Quick throw to him. There we go, Justin. Call that one back. Yeah, they're going to call that the first completion. Justin Blackman was not clearly in bounds. What, I mean, wasn't he? A little slip screen back when this was a decent play call. Look at the blocking. It works. Look at Adrian Peterson rumble forward. Oh, and pre-snap, you could check the bonuses. Like, Justin Blackman has a big height and speed advantage. We're going deep. We're throwing it up. Go up and get it. Oh, we didn't really get a good animation on that one. All right, 4 wide receiver set. I'll probably do 1 drive of offense, 1 of defense. How does that not get over the linebacker? I guess in recent Maddens it does. I guess in this one it does not, because kind of super open, I thought. Okay, is this going to go back and forth the entire time? I forgot about this. All right, I'm not making this. Josh Scobie. Oh, he drilled it. Okay, here's Griffin Carroll. Did throw quite a few interceptions, but overall wasn't too bad. Get me out of this angle. Here we go. Kyle Williams, Jarrell Casey, JPP, Patrick Willis, JT Thomas, Jerry Hughes. Why is JT Thomas on the field? Is a good question. Also, Patrick Willis wearing anything other than 52 kind of bothers me. Test me. Test me. Under pressure, down goes Carroll. It's Jarrell Casey. Big time play by Jarrell Casey. Looked like Xavier Suafalo trying to block him. Stone. Made of stone in the pocket. Couldn't move. Blitzing our safeties here. Let's get out. Get out to the tight end. Overthrow. Maybe it is Tim Tebow at QB. Is he a lefty? I don't think so. He's a righty, so. Everything else is Tim Tebow so far. Actually, you know what? Maybe Tim Tebow doesn't have the arm to overthrow a pass. It's 3rd and 24. Let's get our CBs off. I don't really want them to get torched in press. Just check down. Ooh, another incomplete pass. We don't see those in Madden anymore. Quarterbacks just hit every throw. Who is this? Not sure. All right, I'll do 1 more offensive drive. Try to cap it off with a touchdown. I mean, it seems like if we ran the ball every play, we would score a touchdown for sure. It's kind of boring. 3rd and inches. We have Adrian Peterson. Why not throw the ball? But we're going to run it, and we're going to slide. I got a little too crazy. Play action. Throw this comeback. Look at the timing. Blackman goes back through him. Unnecessary. But we'll take it. Only throwing to Justin Blackman, by the way. Good route. Couldn't get the throw off. Tell me J.J. Watt's not going to make a play. Up the middle. Adrian Peterson. Touchdown. That's what we needed, baby. Touchdown, Adrian Peterson. And now we're going to go to Super Sim. All right, simulating to the end of the game. The Texans got on the board real quick, and now they're going to take the lead 14-10. Seems like we're not really holding up in Sim. Down 21-14, 28-13 now. I said 14. 35-13. We are getting murdered. It's 66-20. Jesus Christ. Did our defense come to play at all? I mean, clearly not. They gave up 66 points. Griffin Carroll threw for 334 and 5 touchdowns, no picks. Wade Crisp threw 4 interceptions in simulation. Adrian Peterson was unstoppable. Arian Foster had a couple TDs. Montrell Forrest, this receiver, had 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. But, oh my goodness, 2 picks for Tim Jennings, a pick for Alton Reeves, pick for Jonathan Joseph, who was old even here. I mean, that's unbelievable how bad our quarterback just shit the bed. Re-sign players. We have several big ones, I would say. The big ones, obviously, Patrick Willis, Adrian Peterson, Kyle Williams somewhat, Luke Jokel for sure, Marvin Jones probably, Dakota Watson maybe. Cap room is about 40 mil. We can deal with this. Adrian Peterson wants 38.8 over 3 years. at this point in his career. Kind of crazy, I feel like. Well, like, okay, way more than crazy. I'm going to give it to him for sure, but definitely crazy. Now, I'm going to end up franchise tagging Luke Jokel because he declined me. It's not really that bad, and he's pretty good still. Dakota Watson might be the big question mark, and JT Thomas, because we're running a little bit low on cap space for sure. Definitely a concern of mine at this point. JT Thomas is a good backup to have. I mean, we saw him play. He's also not interested. That's tough. Getting Dakota Watson back could be pretty big then, but I don't really want to give him a ton. I think I can work up to what he wants, though. So we might go like 1-3 and then bump up the salary to 2 mil, maybe 1.5, 2 mil, 14 over 4. Let's see. He did accept that. Toby Gerhardt, I don't want. JT Thomas, we're going to have to pass on. Don't think we need anybody else, but Luke Jokel has to get franchise tagged. We just need him too much. So we have 1.62 in cap room, and Rashad Jones would be such a great fit. Peyton Manning's here at 40. Teron Armstead is up to a 94. He developed very nicely. I think we need to figure out... Jonathan Cyprian is up to an 89 overall. What did he go? Did he go FIU? Or was he FIU or FAU? I feel like he's Florida International. Not that it matters. I'll just Google it. Indeed, he is FIU. I mean, I would be okay with bringing him in as well. Nobody's really going after him. Rashad Jones would be preferred, but we need to clear up a lot of cap space in order to make something like that happen. Going to be difficult, but I'm going to try. And Tom Brady retires. And this is what? Tom Brady retires in 2016, and here he is in 2022 still playing. Who am I paying a lot to? Earl Thomas. Who can I really get rid of, though? Jokel, I kind of have to keep. A lot of these guys I just have to pay, and they're good, and they're helping us win. I really wish there was somebody I could just get rid of. Maybe it's Brandon with keeping Dwayne Gratz. Maybe. I don't really think that frees up too much. Stevenson, I definitely need to move. And probably, I mean, Therese Parks if I can. Also, I like how the CPU actually trades picks around. Like, there were certain things that were good about a game like this that are certainly no longer. Now, I'm not sure if our cap room is being factored in with, we're not going to be able to afford this. I'm not sure if our cap room is being factored in from where draft picks, I should say. I don't know if that's being factored into our cap room. I'd like to get Jonathan Cyprian. I think that's probably the most realistic one that we could get. But I don't know what I can even offer him. My bid is 14.2 over 7 with a 5 million bonus. It's not really significant, but it's the best I can do right now. Hopefully he just accepts. Who'd we get earlier? Was it TCU pass rusher drafted by the Colts, went to the Bills. He's on my team right now. Jerry Hughes. Jerry Hughes accepted the low ball offer, but unfortunately, Jonathan Cyprian has not. We still have the biggest offer, though. I guess I'll just leave it. Rodriguez McCoy, A zone coverage. Now, any shot you can play safety for me? Nope. Nope. Literally none. Nope. Deion Landry maybe could play safety. A zone coverage, B man. Press is decent. Pursuit's okay enough. Hit power's bad. But tackling at a C, I'm a little bit more comfortable with that. And he's probably going to be available by our pick. So Deion Landry's intriguing to me. And you're like, what about the safeties? What about them? I don't really love the safeties. Scott Blake actually looks like the best one I've seen so far. But, I mean, is he even better? He is a little bit better. Okay, Scott Blake has potential. Let's see what dev trait is, right? Because we haven't even done that here. Average? Okay. I wish we could see that somewhere other than just like in the scouting area. But unfortunately we can't. Oh, you know who I should have targeted? I guess I still could. Daryl Washington. One of my favorite players of around this time that is so under the radar because he was out of the league so quickly because he couldn't stay out of trouble. But Daryl Washington was so good. Here he is. He's a 95 overall at 28 years old. Daryl Washington is a monster. Now, Is there any chance I can trade for Darrell Washington? Almost none, I would say. I think I trade Allen Robinson. Keep Odell because you got special teams value. Trade Allen Robinson. And get Darrell Washington. Please. Boom. It's done. That's actually a really big time trade. Darrell Washington's going to slide over to left outside linebacker, right? Yes. Now, I know I just re-signed Dakota Watson. That's unfortunate. That's really all that is. Darrell Washington is so good, though, that this will all be worth it. Welcome to the team. Darrell Washington, left outside linebacker, 96 overall. We have Zach Brown on one side. Look at the speed at linebacker, by the way. Zach Brown, 89 speed. Patrick Willis won't be 90. I did not think he would keep 90 speed at 32 years old, but I'm for it. And then Darrell Washington fast as well with 86 speed. We're flying around. We have a linebacking core. It's a great group. Will we be able to afford Jonathan Cyprin now? Heck of a question. Did I prioritize getting another linebacker over a safety? Yeah, that did happen. You are right about that. But we watched, what's his name? Scott Blake. Scott Blake's going to be okay. I like the cut of his jib. He is 24. He's just experienced. Dude's been in college for 7 years. Al Collins, A-speed, A-man? A-zone? Oh, Al Collins out of Georgia. I don't care about the play rec and awareness. This dude's a steal. I don't even know if I take the safety now. Because we found a stud. Give me Jonathan Cyprin, please. Something nobody has ever said before. I can guarantee it. We're now into the negative for cap room. Jonathan Cyprin is going to the Giants, probably. Jonathan Cyprin rejected. That's to be expected, honestly. But I have two DBs that I like a lot. Now, we don't necessarily need another corner. But if we can upgrade at the position, I'm going to do it. And I definitely liked one of the safeties we scouted. Angelo Miller, slow, can't cover, bad. Okay, Jamison Blair's got potential as my Allen Robinson replacement. He looks all right for the second round. But you know what I have to do? I have to write these guys down. That's what I'm going to have to do. It's Jamison Blair, Sir Fisher. You have my attention. You have lost it. Yep. Okay, so Jamison Blair. And the safety was Scott Blake. And the corner was Al Collins. I can see their attributes in the thing. Never mind. I'm good. Okay, we're in the draft. Now, I want to simulate to my pick. Hopefully, none of the players I want get taken. But, I might try and trade back up if I can. The number 1 overall player is still available. So, is the safety here? Scott Blake is here. Is the corner? Al Collins is here. I'm probably leaning that way. Now, I think the receiver's gone, right? I'm pretty sure. Yep, definitely gone. All right, we're going to take Al Collins, and I think be pretty happy about it. He looks elite. Al Collins, we know, has A-man, A-zone. That's kind of all I need to know, right? Welcome to Jacksonville. I had to remember what team I am. I think that's a pretty good pick. San Antonio. I don't even know what it said. San Antonio something. Marshalls and Home Goods. Delafonte Brooks. Jamison Blair. Is that the guy? No, it couldn't have been. I think it was, though. Why did I not see him on the draft board? Was I looking in unscouted? Oh, gee, I might have been. Yeah, it was definitely Jamison Blair. Now, I prefer the corner, but Blair looked pretty good. Now, I do want Scott Blake. If he's available at the top pick of the second round, I'm going to try and find a way to move up. But I don't know if we can because we're in cap hell. No, actually, we have $2.5 million of cap room. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to make a move up. I'll give you a second and a third. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think it said accepted. I think we have the pick. Trade pending. What does that mean? It said accepted. But maybe I have to resume the draft? I don't know. Are they just going to take a guy? It said pending. Is it now canceled because I hit the pending trade? You know, it'd be nice if they just told me whether it was accepted or not. How's that? How about just say yes or no? Okay, they're interested but need a little bit more value. I'll give you a 4th, dude. That's the best I can do. They're going to accept it. All right, we're going to take that safety. He looked good enough. I want Jamison Blair. I might try and make a deal with the Patriots if that's possible. Well, if he's good, it's going to be impossible. I don't know. Kind of just a miss there. Scott Blake, though, let me just confirm. He does have F play rec and F block shed. What did I like about this guy? B tackling, B hit power, A speed, and B zone. All right. You know what? Sure.
The Giants
I'll take him.
are now on the clock.
Do we have a story about this guy? Nope. They pump faked me. We'll go to the end of the draft. All right, rookie signings. I think, okay, we're into game prep somehow. Rookie signings. Show me some good stuff. Took a running back, a left guard, and a right tackle. We got some good depth. All right, I would say that went pretty well. 80 overall for Al Collins. 78 overall for Scott Blake. And now we're into the negative after signing our draft picks. A few of these guys are horrible. Can I just cut you from right here? Wish I could. Al Collins, 97 agility, 97 acceleration, 94 agility. I was going to say they kind of look like return men. Even Scott Blake a little bit. He's got decent ball carrier vision and agility. 89, that's jumping. 74 juke. Kick return was in the 20s and 30s. 92 speed for Al Collins. What is his man in zone, though? 88 zone. Where's man? Why would man not be in the same area? 85 for the safety. Okay, we have excellent depth at corner now. Like a really great group. 88 man, 88 zone. That's pretty nice for Al Collins. And for the safety, will he start over Winston Guy? They're both 78 overall. I would say Scott Blake should probably start, even though Winston Guy isn't much older. He is older. Only has 6 confidence. Feels bad. Oh, 55 man. We have 75, 85 compared to 55, 83. Yeah, I think Scott Blake is probably going to start. Block shed is super low. Tackling is higher. Hit power is a bit lower. Faster. Yeah, Scott Blake is better. And he will be better at the end of the year, for sure. Let's see what the Patriots receiver overall is. Probably isn't too good. But it is a 77. Like, that's not bad for a 24-year-old rookie. It says my team need is corner. I don't actually agree with that assessment, I would say. I might try to trade Dwayne Gratz, though. I almost said Twade because of Dwayne coming up. Can I just swap Gratz for the receiver? That would actually be sweet. Jamison Blair is not a Jacksonville Jaguar. No interest, but I did add a 4th-round pick, and it was accepted. So now we got the receiver I couldn't draft. Turns out he's decent enough, but 3rd on the depth chart. Yeah, would anybody do that in real life? Actually, yes. Yes. Lynn Bowden Jr., 3rd-round pick by the Raiders. Never played for the Raiders. Ended up being traded to the Dolphins very early on. So, yes, you know what? I just rationalized it. Jamison Blair has 85 catching. Pretty high. 82 catching traffic. 86 spectacular catch. Route running is dog. 66. Release is a 90. Second highest overall on the team, and no one else is even close. 94 speed. Oh, he's kind of sick, actually. It's just awareness and route running are so low, but he's going to be nuts. All right, midseason mark. Let's go ahead and try to get to that. Well, it's not really going to be trying. I'll be hanging out. Well, not doing so good. 3-4 at the midseason mark. Not doing well at all. That is unfortunate, but nope, there's no but. We're last in the AFC South. No, there is a but. There's always a but. We are not that far from the top here, and just maybe some player progression can take us all the way. Ooh, Zach Stacy, top of the league in rushing. Not a nice guy, especially if you're a lady, turns out. But we got XP to progress players. Darrell Washington might go up to a 99 overall. That's a thing that could happen. Nope, didn't actually go up at all. I upgraded zone coverage to an 85 and man coverage to a 78. Finesse and power moves are already great. He's such a versatile player, yet we have him playing off ball mainly. But that's fine. He doesn't need to be a rush player. I mean, surely Patrick Willis has had 99 tackle, right? I feel like for sure he has, but I don't really know. Let's go 95 on the block shed. Keeping him at a nice 99 overall. Earl Thomas will stay at a 99 as well. We'll upgrade zone to a 98. Can't do man. We can do tackling into the 90s, though. Let's do pursuit as well. So we're 3 and 4. We are ranked pretty highly for offense and defense. What is our team overall, though? Should be a 95, if math serves me right. 95 offense, 95 defense. Guess not. We're a 93, though. I would guess that that's near the top of the league. So I like our chances to make the playoffs. I think we're going to regress to the mean, start winning some games. And I think we could finish atop the division. I think that's within the realm of possibility. We've moved up to 3rd, and it's week 13. Not exactly a blistering pace. And we're back to 4th. Don't like that. Not one bit. 5 and 8. We're not making the playoffs. We're just not going to. And we got contracts coming up, and we don't have a lot of cap room. I'm a little bit frustrated, I'm not going to lie. We are a 97 overall on both offense and defense, and don't have anything to show for it. Earl Thomas wants 65, nearly 66 over 6. I mean, I can, right? Darrell Washington extension should also be coming back. I hope so. All right, we got D-Wash and Earl Thomas back. Not too bad. We are 5 and 9, though. Why are we not making the playoffs? Well, the record, I see that. But why are we not performing better is maybe a better question. 6 and 9, nice. But we will not be making the playoffs. I'll probably do one more season after this. I'm enjoying myself. But, I mean, I've clearly built a tremendous team. And the results are not exactly where I'd want them to be. Drew Brees wins MVP. Accidentally took a screenshot. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. I'll definitely be taking a look at that screenshot later. Oh, it was uploaded to the Xbox Network. Even better. And Roflo talked with Drew Brees. He was jazzed up about the award. Yeah, he seems like a guy that does get jazzed up. Sounds like Drew Brees. It seems like Wade Crisp is not playing too poorly. Unlike his... nope, he threw 22 picks. Don't love that. Resign players. I see Odell. I see Luke Jokel. And I see a lack... Oh, well, okay, Kyle Williams too. I see a lack of funds. That's a big problem. Can we even submit to Luke Jokel? No, this is the best we can do. This isn't that big of an offer. He wants a little bit more than this. He wants $35 million over 5 years. I'm giving him $5 million over 5 years. We're a little far apart on this. I might be able to franchise tag him and then lose Kyle Williams, lose Scobie, lose Odell. Yeah, Odell declined. We just don't have money. I'm giving all my money to a 30-something-year-old running back. But it's Adrian Peterson, so it is what it is, right? I got to just deal with it. How important is a center? Now, in real life, very important, obviously. In the game, I don't know. What if... I can't even trade him. We're just going to have to let Odell go. Peyton Manning retires. Tell me he didn't retire on the Bears, dude. Oh, my goodness. Luke Jokel is going to decline. I'm going to try to franchise tag him. I don't think I'll be able to. I think in this game, they don't let you do that. So Luke Jokel, hey, do you want that? He's like, you can't actually even afford that. Can I afford this? All right, nope. He's going to go ahead and decline. I can't franchise tag him. So it's just a big hole on our lineup, on our team. And that's it. There's no positive side of that. Just gone. Aaron Donald's here up to a 95 overall. There's Jokel. I mean, I would love Evan Mathis for a year. We actually might be able to afford him something that... Or we might be able to give him something that we can actually afford and have a chance of him accepting. But I might have to cut somebody in order to even be able to offer. Can I save money by getting rid of Brandon? I have to be able to now at this point. I should be able to. And he has interest. Can I just trade up for or trade straight up for a guard? Matt Slauson would be okay. Randall Milliner. Oh, we just got him straight up from the corner. Okay, cool. He's getting paid nothing, and he's a big upgrade over Luke Jokel. That's actually a sick trade. Was it that easy to trade for offensive linemen in this game? I mean, we've seen it's been easy to trade for, I mean, a lot of players, depending on what I give up, which sometimes is a lot, sometimes is nothing. That was my 4th corner, though. Can I trade Winston Guy? I kind of would like to have a backup. I mean, I could also try to sign a corner. We have a little bit more money now. And we could sign a backup safety. I would probably like to carry 4 corners, though. Could use a backup defensive tackle. I don't think we have a first-round pick, so it's going to be pretty difficult to just get a plug-and-play starter at any position. Quarterback's up to a 95 overall at 23 years old. Yeah, I might be able to trade my first-round pick, a 3rd-round pick to move up and get a first. Okay, trading a 1st and a 2nd next year and a 3rd this year for the 8th overall pick. So I've moved up in the draft. And that, of course, is with the goal of... And now we're negative in cap room because it's accounting for the... It's accounting for the salary that we're going to have to pay. So, I mean, we wouldn't really have been able to sign anybody anyway. This was the best move. Now, we could take a corner. I think I need to prioritize defensive line. Klesmi Bruton. #1 overall player. Not seeing the D tackles I want to see. Isaac Morrow. A power moves, B block shed. I'm interested. Isaac Morrow's okay. Let's see his overall. B. 78. That's all of my points. Skip Bayless says we need a fearless defensive tackle to get back on track after we humiliated ourselves last year.
The Dolphins,
you know, there's some truth to that as back-to-back quarterbacks go. There's Cade Woods, free safety. We're about to pick. Here we go. All right. Now we have $4.34 million in cap room, supposedly. Can I get a good defensive tackle for that? There's Sharif Floyd. He would have been really good if not for injury. Dude, look at some of these dudes. They have 4 80 overall defensive tackle. They're not using all of these. Henry Melton, Texas legend. Okay, we're trading the #8 overall pick for Dontre Bass. Dontre Bass is an 89 overall defensive tackle. I think certainly worth trading out of that spot for. We're not going to draft an 89 overall defensive tackle. It's just not going to happen. And when you look at the player, he's only 25 years old. A little lean for a D tackle. 6'5", 280. Sounds like a defensive end. And he's a rush defensive tackle. But this is, you know, someone I'm pretty happy to add. He has 89 block shed, 88 power moves, 88 or 82 finesse moves. Not horrible at all. Trading a 3rd round pick and the quarterback we drafted, Stevenson, for Tim Jennings. Now, I tried to trade for the 3 other corners on that team. No dice. Stephon Gilmore was one of them. LaMarcus Joyner was another. And who's their top corner? Their top corner is Keenan Lewis. Wow. But Tim Jennings is an 85 overall. He is 34, but we don't really need him for more than just a season because this is the final year, as I mentioned. And I hope we're a lot more successful this season. Rookie signings. We drafted a corner, a tight end, and a right guard. And he looks familiar as well. Can't put my finger on it. The corner's not horrible, 71 overall. But also that isn't great in this game, as you guys know. Maybe I'll move him to free safety. We could use the depth. 81, man, 85 zone. All right, go play free safety. What is the Explorers? Man, everybody was moving around in these, huh? I see us in the top right of the screen. At the top, we are 5-2. But it's a very close AFC South right now. So still anybody's game. We are a 97 overall offense, 99 overall defense. I would expect some wins. And Jamison Blair is having the breakout season that I finally expected him to. He does have quick development. That's where this is. Okay. So we want that route running to get up. That's at 85 now. And awareness at 85. And he should be pretty good. So I'm comfortable with where he is. Up to an 87 overall. We made the right move. We made the right move. Now, you could argue that maybe a guy like Allen Robinson would have the same XP to get him as good, if not better at this point. And I think that's a fair argument, but shut your mouth. Scott Blake up to an 89 overall. That pick starting to make a lot of sense. All right. Players have been progressed. I think we're same overall for offense and defense. But we're looking good. Winston Guys up to an 87. Would have been nice before now. But he gets XP when he's not even playing somehow. Big game. 7-3 versus the 8-2 Titans. This could essentially be for a spot in the playoffs, although I think both teams will make it in. And we improved to 8-3. And another big game over the 7-4 Texans. If we win this game, I like us to win the division. 8-4. And again, it's the Titans. 9-4. Should be able to beat the 2-11 Dolphins. Are we leaving our home? What does that mean? The Jags bid farewell to their old home? I'm the Jags. Did Shad Khan, whatever, did he move the team? Did he go out from under and move the team to London? Do we see any info about it? Not really. Most were in a celebratory mood as the old stadium in Jacksonville closes. All right, is this just a new stadium? It's okay. It seems like we're not moving. Just a new stadium, perhaps. Final home game, week 15. This needs to be a win. If we lose to the 2-11 Dolphins, I don't know if we're making the playoffs. 10-4. The Jets are 0-14. Not a great record, but we've been there before. I don't even think we can do anything with our Coach XP at the moment. Fullback game prep modifier. Probably pass on that. And we are 11-4. This is an 11-win season. This is big season. This could be a 12-win season. That would be phenomenal. Player progression. What position do I care about? I want to say receiver. Let's do receiver. Our defense is playing well. The offense could be playing better. Let's go 12-4. A 12-win season is so good. And I feel like now that we have 17 games in a season, as opposed to 16, you don't appreciate a 12-win season quite like you used to. And we win 12 games, make the wild card. How do we not win the division ever? Matt Stafford won MVP. Okay. Well, there you go. Number 6 offense, number 2 defense. Definitely want to progress players. We're 99 offense, 99 defense. And let's see these numbers. Wade Crisp. Okay. Man, this guy loves to throw a pick, doesn't he? 25 of them. Did have 32 touchdowns, 4,600 yards. Rushing, Adrian Peterson found the end zone 11 times on 1,200 rushing yards. Justin Blackmon over 1,400 yards, 111 catches, 7 touchdowns. Marvin Jones, great season as well. Jamison Blair, I wish was getting it going more than Marvin Jones. Unfortunately, not the case yet. Adrian Peterson probably catching the most passes and receiving touchdowns in his career easily. At least receiving touchdowns. I'm not 100% sure on the catches. I think he may have had a lot more than you'd expect with Washington that one year. Did have 20 that season, but at 43 catches in 2009. But that would be a record here. JPP, 12 sacks. Say very good numbers overall. Jerry Hughes was unimpressive kind of this whole video, unfortunately. Earl Thomas with 8 picks. Tim Jennings with 5. Great pickup there. I mean, look at Patrick Willis, 4 interceptions. This is fantastic. We got some XP. Hopefully upgrade these guys a little bit. Just go strength for Bulaga and then double run block. Doesn't even change his overall. So Wade Crisp has superstar development, by the way. Didn't know about that, but that's nice. I'm going to give him tight spiral. I mean, he's got force pass conservative, which is, I guess, what you want. Tuck and run often. Do I want that? How much decrease that? Listen. Why is he throwing so many picks? I'm not sure what telling you to listen does. I don't know why I said that. He's up to a 99 overall now. But yeah. I am not okay with the interceptions. And if he throws a bunch of picks in this playoff game, we're going to have issues. And the issue is going to be that the video's over. Which I've kind of enjoyed myself on this game. Didn't 100% know what to expect, but it's been good, man. It's good to go back to this game. Had a lot of fun, but we better beat the Texans. We have to. Matt Stafford led the league in passing yards. Stephen Ridley First in rushing yards, Des Bryant, Justin Houston, Von Miller tied for 13 sacks, and Darrelle Revis had 10 interceptions. Very good year. And let's see if we can beat the Texans in Super Sim. 96 overall to their 84. Good luck. Bobby Rainey. Remember Bobby Rainey. Do I take a deep shot before simulating? We're going to do it over the top. This should be a catch, and it is. Crisp goes way down the field and finds, man, I'm waiting for a name. It's going to be one of three guys. It's going to be Jamison Blair. It's gonna be Marvin Jones Jr. There we go. Automatic touchdown with Adrian Peterson. Good luck stopping him. On the next play, I mean, obviously. Up the middle. Right through you. Touchdown all day. Adrian Peterson. And now we go to Super Sim. Still a close game. It's 10-3 Jaguars. 17-3 Jaguars. 17-6 now. Texans trying to get back in it, but it's 24-6. Also, if you say Jaguars, I hate you. Just so you know. Sorry about that. There are a lot of you out there that think there is a U-I-R-E-S to end Jaguar. But there's not. It's a U-A-R-S for Jaguars. It's not Jaguar. It's not W-I-R-E for Jaguar. Don't say Jaguar, please. Anyway, we crushed him. Is that Bill O'Brien? Yeah, he looks like a mean little kid. All right, we got it's Griffin Carroll again. We get a revenge. 312 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and this time it's Tim Tebow. They're close enough, throwing 4 interceptions. Now our defense came to play. Brian Cushing, he used to be so sick. Dontre Bass with a sack and a pick for Nagui Neal. Zach Brown, banned. Tim Jennings, Patrick Willis. Linebackers getting it done. Justin Blackman, 8 catches for 83 yards. Jamison Blair, 3 catches, 41 yards. And a big-time win over a division rival as we advance to the divisional for the first time. And that's the first playoff win of the rebuild. Only took until 2018 to happen with a 99 overall offense and defense. Think that's well warranted. And it's going to be Broncos, Jaguars. Jaguar. Let's see here. Do we have any player progression we can do? Halfback, no, don't care. Cornerback, have I done? I have. Free safety, doesn't matter. Linebackers are good. Let's do right end for Jerry Hughes, despite, I mean, he's never going to be good again. 12-4 against 12-4. Broncos are ranked a little bit below us. What is their overall? Low 80s, mid 80s, maybe high 80s. 93. Oh, they're actually good. Okay, we'll see. Monte Ball, what a season he had. And he is long of 19. I guess that's the bug for the simulation engine at this time. They can't get 20-yard rushes. But, yeah, at Mile High here, Monte Ball was so sick at Wisconsin, as a lot of college running backs are. Let's go left here. Strength of the formation. We got good blocks. Adrian Peterson bouncing it out to the outside. Adrian Peterson down the sideline. Stiff arming, falling forward inside the 20. 42-yard gain from all day. Adrian Peterson. Madden loves it. I love it. And we'll probably play out this drive before going into the Super Sim. So I'd love to score a touchdown. I'm looking at Julian Blackman, safety out of Utah, not involved in this game. Broken sack, extending the play. Crisp looking for receivers. He's going to run for a few. That's got to be unnecessary roughness. That's got to be that call. That play went on forever. Could be a hold in real life, but not here. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. A call that should exist. It's Lamine Barrow, LSU linebacker. Who remembers Lamine Wheelbarrow? Nobody, probably. LSU linebacker. Why do I know it? Could be any number of reasons. Look at my beast of a QB. Where's Adrian Peterson? I got this little meatball trying to punch it into the end zone. All right, Adrian Peterson back in the game. Now we can probably score a touchdown. Up the middle, finding space, touchdown. Adrian Peterson. Gronk spike. We're on the board, and we'll go into the Super Sim. Kind of a back and forth game so far, but we're up 21 now 14 as the Broncos score, and I thought they were going to score again. Very high scoring game. Our defense finally starting to lock it down. It's 35-14. Jacksonville Broncos not done yet here at home, but we score every possession pretty much. 42-21. Keep scoring. 45. How do we get 4 points? Do we have 40-1? No, we had 42 probably. Never mind. But we win. We had Astros utility infielder Aledmus Diaz ending the game. 48-29. We win in the divisional. We're headed to the Super Bowl if we win one more game. Matt Flynn was the opposing QB. Did throw 2 picks. So I guess offenses were not exactly unstoppable. Adrian Peterson had 3 touchdowns, 8.8 yards per carry, 132 yards on 5 broken tackles. Marius Thomas, 2 touchdowns. What a beast. Justin Blackman, pretty good game. Emmett Green, not a guy. Well, probably is somebody. 3 tackles for loss for Jarrell Casey. Few sacks and picks for Jimmy Smith, Chris Harris, and Zach Brown Band. Again, I like the fact that we're playing all these playoff teams that would have been really good at this time. Maybe not so much the Texans. I think this was right before they got good. But they could have had success. I don't quite remember them being really one of these mainstays. But the Ravens at this time, yes. The Broncos at this time, yes. I mean, Broncos-Ravens AFC Championship. And the Ravens would go on to go to the Super Bowl after winning that game and beating the Niners in the Super Bowl. And this was that was Madden 13 times, so a 2012 season. That's how I go. I don't actually know football. I know Madden season, baby. They're an 88 overall. Jaguars hopefully looking to get this win and moving on to the Super Bowl. And here he is. Looking fairly inauspicious, but this guy had one of the greatest playoff runs in NFL history. And there's my guy. Threw 25 picks, but you know what? He just keeps throwing it. So he is persistent, perseverant, and triumphant, hopefully. We had the Wax Museum with Madame Tussauds, brought to you by... Oh, that's a big hit by Zach Brown. Hey, we got to take that away. We got to have that one. We stuck with that. Flacco breaking sacks and eventually goes down. It's Jarrell Casey finding home for the second time. Joe Flacco, I mean, he broke a JPP sack, but JPP blew it up just for Jarrell Casey to bring it on home. Sam Cook, who recently retired in real life, will punt it away. 2nd and 7, little screen. We got blockers. Oh, this is a guaranteed touchdown. Adrian Peterson. All he does is score touchdowns so far. I like it. Oh, and that's going to get recorded. That was that special of a play. Yeah, I'll show my friends. Nope, I missed it. All right. Ravens not on the board yet. It's 14-0 Jacksonville, 21-0 Jags. Ravens down 28. Going into the locker room. It's not looking good. Oh, they might hold up a donut. 38-0. Do I hear anything from Baltimore? Yes, they got a touchdown as time expires. And the fans go home happy. Wade Crisp sends us to the Super Bowl. 336 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Joe Flacco did, unfortunately, throw an interception. How do we do for receiving yards here? Cordero Patterson at the top. Jamison Blair, 5 for 88 and a touchdown. Justin Blackman, similar numbers, no TD. Touchdown for Ralph Anderson. Wouldn't have thought that would happen. Jarrell Casey had 4 sacks. T-Sizzle brought us down once. Earl Thomas with a pick. We're Super Bowl bound. Now, this should be back when the Pro Bowl was after. No, did they move it? Okay, this is when it was before. This must have been a recent change. When did that happen? 2010. You know what? I'm only really 4 years off. 4 years is nothing when you think about it. That's how long we've been doing this rebuild. 13-3 Packers in the Super Bowl. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers against Wade Crisp. That's his name. Got a little bit of XP here. Adrian Peterson down to 89 speed. That's okay. He doesn't need to be fast. What's his trucking? 93? How about 94? Yeah, now you don't know what to do. 99 block shed, 99 power moves for Jarrell Casey. It's going to be a problem for, who are we playing? The Packers? It's going to be a problem for the Packers offensive line. I'll tell you. Super Bowl time. Second ranked offense, but our defense is just so good. Their defense can't hang. So they might put some points up, but we're going to put some points up. 91 overall Packers. Sorry to tell you, ain't going to go well. I'm breaking out the teal. Let's get it. Aaron Rodgers over 5,000 yards. 40-plus touchdowns. 8 picks, maybe. I forgot the numbers almost as soon as I saw them. These Jags unis, you know, the helmets, don't love them. I do kind of like the uniform, the jersey, though. I like the color. They don't look great in game, I'll give you that. Randall Cobb is only a returner. Maybe he's a receiver, I don't know. Once again, we are starting with a kick. A rarity, but you guys will see the defensive drive as a result. Defensive drive kind of sounds a little bizarre, but you guys know what I mean. You'll see their drive. You'll see us on defense. We're blitzing. Willis! Okay. This is a problem. Earl Thomas saves a touchdown. Bad start. We got a little bit out of whack there. Looks like Randall Cobb probably played some offense too. They had slants all over. We blitzed. It was the perfect call. It really was. We evacuated the middle of the field, and then they targeted the middle of the field. Oh, Fat Eddie laid out. It's Zach Brown. That's a great play. Brings up 4th and 1. I have not noticed Darrell Washington on the field much. Are we in a defense that does not start him? It's possible that the outside linebacker gets shafted, especially we're in nickel, right? I'd probably prefer Darrell Washington out there than Zach Brown, though, but Zach Brown continues to play well. So this is where we have the real advantage. Our offense, I would say, is much better than their defense. We got to be able to capitalize. You know, I would almost say that the graphics look better from memory on Madden 25. How is that possible? That just has to be, I don't know, wrong memory? Or something? This is going pretty well. The controls do not feel responsive all of a sudden. I might run halfback slip screen every play. Is that open enough? Mercedes Lewis. Mercedes. Big first down and more. He's just too big of a body. Blair in motion. We're actually going to throw to him. Just power through. He doesn't look like how he should look based off his player image. I don't think he had dreadlocks or long hair, but he does here. And he looks pretty white on the field. It is 1st and 10, though. We're rolling out. It was the wrong move. Quick throw. It's Justin Blackman wide open. We enter the red zone. Up the middle. This is not Adrian Peterson. We don't even need him. We got this meatball. Oh, once again, game clip recorded. That's a big moment for me. Second quarter. Oh, we got stopped. Green Bay on the board, 7-7. They might score again. It's 10-7 into the second half now. We cannot punch it in. 13-7. We've been very close. We just can't score. I wonder if my man Wade is throwing big-time interceptions when we don't need to, which is all the time. It only has 5 incompletions. That's the 5th. That's a good route. Easy first down to Blair. Jameson. Always forget his first name. So they show the receiver matchup. It's not who just caught the ball. It's his 5th catch, though. Rolling out with Crisp. Crisp, let's go. Lower the shoulder, fighting, just short. Down to the 2-yard line. But we are very close. Now, a touchdown and extra point would give us the lead. I cannot not run the ball here. I wanted to pass because I don't think we've scored a passing touchdown, but they literally said, hey, have the touchdown. We don't have enough time left. Stop recording these. We don't have enough time left to where we can just take it all down. Like, we have to just let the Packers do what they're going to do, unfortunately. Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl moment. He had won up to this point, and that's actually still where he is. And, oh, They're going to call that incomplete. Probably a bad call, I felt. Screen. I'm all over it. Throw it! No! What is that? Oh, it's going to be a huge gain. I read it the entire way. Out of position, I guess. Okay, that's a bullet. Oh, down goes Rodgers. It's Dontre Bass for the second time. That's a big-time play. Under 4 minutes to go. Do we go man coverage here? We need to stop here. We need to stop. Oh, Jordy Nelson with the rare drop. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball about 110 miles per hour. So, understandable. 3rd and 15. We need a big stop here. Rodgers goes down again. It's Dontre Bass. 3rd time, and he's letting him know about it. Get right up in his ear. Aaron Rodgers holding the football too long. I told you the offensive line would not be able to handle us. I thought it'd be Jarrell Casey, but Casey drawing all the attention, leaving up Dontre Bass to take advantage of one-on-ones. And Green Bay on 4th and 21 is left with no choice other than to punt. Oh, that's a good punt. I thought that was going to be a touchback, huh? That's a good punt. We're down at the 1. Classic Giants quarterback dive situation. However, we're going to give it to Adrian Peterson. It's a decent start. 2-minute warning is going to stop the clock. We desperately need a first down. That's not really going to get it done. 3rd and 5. I think you run the ball here. Force a timeout. Well, I think we can get it, is why I'm running the ball. Peterson, power, first down. Timeout Green Bay. And they're going to be in a tough situation. They could not afford to allow 4th and inches. Is that a joke? I'm going for it. Super Bowl on the line. Yeah, they're going to overturn this. We were well over. But we can't challenge at this point. It's under 2 minutes. He's over. He's over. This call could ultimately decide the Super Bowl. This is a massive call. Yeah, let's see his ass. That's a great idea. Well, how about we see him from the front? They're going to give us the first down. That's a great call. It was a first down. Green Bay has called their final timeout. It's 3rd and 4, though. So, oh, Adrian Peterson, look at the power, look at the effort. He is just short, though. But I think that was the right call because we take more time off the clock. It's 4th and 1. Obviously, I think very tempted to go for it. That's just going to stay. I like that. We're going to give it to them on... We're not going to punt across field. We're going to give it to them on... What is that, the 30? Maybe not even quite that far. Maybe that's closer to the 40. With a perfect punt. They'll have a minute to go 60 yards. And they don't even need that. No. I'm calling a timeout. It's 4th and 1. We have Adrian Peterson. He's making $15 million this year for a reason. That's not an exaggeration. That is the real figure that as GM, I decided to give Adrian Peterson at, what, 34 years old now? Give me the fallback. They're going 4 down linemen. You're dumb. Up the middle. Peterson, Super Bowl win for Jacksonville. Game over. Clay Matthews met Adrian Peterson in the hole, and he went down. Giants legend Barry Cofield made the tackle, and I know what you're thinking, Adrian Peterson doesn't have good carrying. Wrong. I've upgraded it a lot. Boom. Game over. Final carry goes to Adrian Peterson. And wow, what a celebration. The Jags have won it all, though. Pick for Wade Crisp. Huh. Touchdown for Adrian Peterson. Justin Blackman, big year. Who had the interception? Haha Clinton Dix, a.k.a. Hashan Clinton Dix. Haha, kind of a cool nickname. He was good for a little while. Kind of faded out pretty quickly, though. Who remembers what team he played for after Green Bay? I think it was the Bears and Washington. I want to say he was probably out of the league in 2019 at the latest. Okay, this is weird. So it was Washington after Green Bay, 9 games, 9 starts. And then in 2019 with the Bears, started all 16 games, did not play in 2020, and was on the Raiders in 2021, appeared in 2 games, starting 0 of them, did not record a stat, no tackles, no deflections, nothing. However, I see him pictured on the Cowboys. Is he on the Cowboys right now? Surely not. He's a free agent. But the Cowboys did sign him to the practice squad. No, he actually was signed to the actual team. Was supposed to be the starter, but Darian Thompson, the former Giants draft pick out of Boise State, if I recall, and it definitely is, passed him on the depth chart in training camp. That's rough. And then he was cut, signed by the Niners, and then released 20 days later, and then signed to the Raiders practice squad, and then released in December. And then on December 15th, signed to the Broncos practice squad, and then his contract expired in January of 2022. So it seems like he's still trying to play, and it doesn't seem like he's going to be playing. But yeah, pretty much out of the league after 2019, so I'll take that. I guess I do kind of remember him getting signed by the Raiders. I guess that was a story, but obviously have no recollection of him playing there. I don't know what he did. Maybe was on special teams for a minute. That's the big storyline. The Jags will be wearing alternate uniforms this weekend as their quarterback with the tiniest face of all time tries to win the Super Bowl. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. It's taking me in total maybe 12 hours to record. Pretty good team. Wade Crisp, 24 years old, 99 overall quarterback, loves to throw picks. Adrian Peterson was a star. Jordan Manuel, Justin Blackman, if his career didn't go poorly. Jamison Blair, Marvin Jones Jr., some others. Riker Birch, low-key a legend, was a return man for us. Mercedes Lewis. Left tackle, we have Russell Okung, 95 overall. Randall Milliner, from the name D. Milliner, who was a huge bust for the Jets, was a top 10 pick, I believe number 9 overall. Played maybe 2 seasons, and that was it. John Sullivan, Vikings legend. Kyle Long, Bears, an Oregon legend. And also, whatever JUCO he was at before Oregon, I can't remember. I think it was in California. Brian Bulaga, JPP, Jerry Hughes. You know, he got back up. He was like an 85 overall, so he actually started to get better. Jarrell Casey's a 99 overall, stole him from the Titans. Dontre Bass, 90 overall. We got Darrell Washington at 97. Patrick Willis, 99 overall. Zach Brown was great for us, really. And corners, Nagui Neal's up to a 90 overall. Jimmy Smith at 90. Al Collins, 85. Tim Jennings, 85. My man, Earl Thomas. And a strong safety, Scott Blake, ended up getting up to an 89 overall. Gotta love it. Kicker is Caleb Sturgis. Wow. And Brian Anger was here the entire time. It was a lot of fun. Like going back on this game. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.